I'm a little bit of both because I'm excited and I'm anxious. I really want to get on that field and see after camp what the starting positions are and who's going to be on that field, but also how it's going to go this year. Last year we did the platoon swap. Are we going to do that again, or is it going to be a little different? That's something that we got to sort of trial run in the beginning of the season just to really make sure that that's what we need to do. But being able to get back and play Southern Miss, we sort of have a little bad taste in our mouth from last year, and that's something that we felt we should have won, and that's something that this year we feel we really should win. And just being able to get out there and get back to it. I didn't get any playing time in that game. I wish I could have, now that I didn't redshirt the rest of the year. But being able to go back and now prove myself on the field as a sophomore, that's a huge thing for me.
And how does Steven seem different, this year from the guy that you were on the field with last year?
Steven got thrown in a sort of circumstance. Drew went down and he had to get thrown in and be that starting quarterback and be that guy. Well, I feel like all that fear and all that stress of just being that guy that has to do it, it's gone away. He feels more comfortable in his position. He feels more comfortable with his offense, and he knows that we're capable of a lot more than what we've still done.
To us, he often seems like kind of a flatliner. Doesn't show a lot of emotion. What's he like in the huddle?
He's like that. He doesn't show a lot of emotion, but once you get to know him a little more, you start seeing the subtle hints of it. That he's never going to be that one guy that's yelling and screaming and everything out, but you pay attention to him and you see the subtle hints.
Which is like what? Like
just a little smile. It's just like they have a video of during the Louisville game of him back there, and he said, "I love this," and then we threw a touchdown pass. That just those little things, and be able to hear him talk and just how he's so congratulatory to everybody else, and how he always gives praise to everybody else. That's the things that I really see.
Coach said you guys were further along this year compared to last year. What things do you notice in regards to that?
Oh, I definitely see us being able to play more as a unit, like a lot easier. And it's not so much focusing on the fundamentals of football, but it's sort of honing our craft and perfecting what we can do instead of having to go back to complete basics. We've had a full year under the same offensive coordinator, same offensive scheme, and being able to go back into that and just add on to it instead of rebuild something, that's something huge that we can play together like a lot better throughout a season. Even in the off season, we don't have to worry about teaching everything. We can just build on it.
Did those extra bowl practices also contribute to this too?
Those helped a lot because it sort of took that off-season section out of the equation. So we're always doing something, and we had that chance to stay active and stay in some sort of organized practice rather than just taking it off and making it all based on the player.
How saw you guys in the offense and defensive line kind of getting into it over there in some drills? What's that kind of competition been like between you two guys?
It's like that a lot, and it's not that we're really getting mad at each other. We want to fight each other. It's just the intensity and, what happens when we're going at each other, during camp. We have 30 practices or so, 29 practices, where we're going against the same people. It's going to get very frustrating. It's going to get aggravating. But not only that, but for the rest of practice, that makes the intensity so much more. You got that tension, and we can really work on getting after each other and really making each other better after that.
Who's standing out on that defensive line to you?
Young guys that have stood out definitely to me has been T.J. Carter and Jamar Watson, Boogie Watson, and also, of course, the big guys coming back like Denzel Ware and Josh Allen, guys I go against very regularly who are phenomenal players, and they definitely something that I strive to go against them every day because to be the best I got to go against the best.